Alright, so what we're going to be talking about today is multiplying positive and negative numbers. You're already familiar with how to multiply positive numbers. You probably could tell me right now what 4 times 5 is. Yep, it's 20. Alright, now what happens is what we're introducing now is when one of the two numbers is either positive or negative. So I'm going to change this 4 to a negative 4. The value of the product doesn't really change. The only thing that's going to change is the sign. Here we have a negative 4, and the way you've heard it before is a negative times a positive is negative. And it doesn't matter if it's the first number that has a negative or the second number that has a negative. Make that a negative 5 there. A positive times a negative is also a negative. Sometimes both the numbers will be negative. So you'll have a negative 4 times a negative 5. A negative times a negative is positive. It gets a little bit more complex when there are multiple terms. Say I'm multiplying 3 times 4 times 5. And let's say they're all negative. Well, break it down into parts. We know 4 times 5 is already is 20. A negative 4 times negative 5 is positive 20. So what this really looks like is it's negative 3 times positive 20. Well, now we have negative 3 times 20. A negative times a positive is negative. 3 times 20 is 60. If there are only two negatives, though, say we'll do 3 times 4 times 5 again. Let's say this time just the negative 3 and the negative 5 are negative, but the 4 is still positive. Negative 3 times positive 4, well, that would be negative 12. Times negative 5, well, a negative times a negative is positive. 12 times 5 is 60. So that's all there is to multiplying with negative values. One trick that kind of helps out here when you have multiple terms, if there's a even number of negative signs, 1, 2, 2 is even, then the answer is going to be positive. If there's an odd number of negative signs, 1, 2, 3, 3 is odd, then the answer will be negative. Alright, do lesson 3 worksheet, and that should be it for the day.